Right, so this is the fueling all plumbed in. It all squeezed in there in the end. And then over on the other side, this is the transfer pump to transfer from the right hand tank to the left hand tank, through a filter, through a pump, and then across front of the engine, and that then goes up into the fuel tank on this side. It's a fairly straightforward layout, and I've also now finally worked out how to run the heater. So this is the heater layout. When the thermostat is shut, i.e. during the warm-up phase, the actual flow is out of this one, because this is the head side, where that one is after the thermostat. So thermostat is shut, so the flow is from this one, which is the lower pipe. I've got to put some rubber joiners in there. Couldn't make it as one piece, it wouldn't fit. And then that runs alongside, again, a couple of joiners, rubber joiners to go in there. And then that comes up here. And then I've got a little pump, which I think is a heater pump off an Audi. So that'll be running all the time. So that's just assisting it. So again, direction is that way. That then goes into a diverter valve. And what this does, when it's open, it just allows the tube to go straight through and then into the heater side. But when I switch on air con, there's a small motor underneath, which is just there, which shuts off one of the pipes to it and connects that pipe to that pipe. So it's a return then, missing out the heater. So that's that side of it. Now obviously when the thermostat does open, then there's not going to be any flow from the actual normal pump through the system. But that's why I've added the little pump from the Audi. And then if we go up to the front of the car, so again, that's where the pipes come in, through the bulkhead, and then into the heater. So that completes that side of it. Whether it'll work or not, I really don't know, but there's no reason why it shouldn't. On the fueling, for those that are interested, for those that aren't, this is going to be a boring bit. The lifter pump, which is that unit there, lifts pump through that filter, and that union there, that one there goes down to the bottom of the tank. So fuel comes up through to the pump, and then pump pipe goes round and pushes it into the swirl pot at that point there. So turn the ignition on, that's what's running. This will then fill up and keep filling until it overflows through the top, which that pipe then goes down, and you just see a hole at the back. That goes into the top of this tank on the left hand side. So you've got a continual flow running through there. And then for the injection system, you've got a take-off pipe there from the bottom of the swirl pot. As you can see, that goes round to a filter. That filter then connects through the back there to the high pressure pump, which then pumps through another filter. And that then feeds off down to one of the rails. And then the rails are linked at the back. And then the return rail comes up to the pressure regulator, which we set the pressure to what's required. That then, once it reaches the pressure, dumps fuel back down into the swirl pot. So again, we've got a full circle running there. So it's nice and straightforward. The bit that I haven't added yet is the oil cooler. That's this pipe here. And that's the return pipe there to the tank. Haven't been able to do that yet because I don't know where the bodywork's going to be. I've also tidied up the two breathers for each cover. They go down, and then they actually tee up on the bottom, come up, and then vent into the tank. And the actual vent to atmosphere from the tank comes out and drops into the oil catch tank, and there's a vent on the cap there. So that's where we're at. There won't be much more to report for the next few weeks, as I've got to have a small op on my hand, so I shan't be able to do any work for a few weeks. But keep a lookout, and there will be more videos in about 4 to 5 weeks' time. Thanks for watching.